They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Once upon a time,
I wish you could see everyone dancing. Welcome back to GMA3. That is Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Legal action over this song is now the latest twist in the infamous feud between Lamar and Drake.
It's kind of hard not to move to this beat here. A court hearing has now been scheduled after Drake filed 2 legal petitions claiming the company that represents them both, Universal Music Group and the streaming service Spotify, conspired to artificially inflate the song's streaming success. And joining us to break down the legal plot and Better Call Brian is ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer himself. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Let's get into it. So this legal petition does not name Kendrick Lamar specifically, but it is about his song. So what is Drake after?
Short answer, evidence. This is a petition, not necessarily a lawsuit. It's kind of the precursor to a lawsuit where Drake is saying, you know what, I've heard some rumors, I've heard some things within UMG, iHeartRadio, and Spotify that there's this pay-to-play scheme, that Spotify is giving a 30% discount on getting Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us song on the radio waves, and it's meant to degrade or lessen Drake's kind of popularity or his music and his influence to the tune of implementing and kind of increasing the fame of Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, so Lamar hasn't said anything, Spotify hasn't said anything, but Universal Music Group did put out a statement denying the claim, saying they are offensive and untrue, and says the fans choose the music they want to hear. So I'm curious, what kind of evidence does Drake need to find in order to file a lawsuit?
Well, like you said, we already have a hearing date for December 20th, so it's what, 15 days from today, where Drake is looking for information, not necessarily evidence, but who can I subpoena? Who can I ask, either in an oral deposition where someone just gives testimony of, I saw this getting paid, I saw this getting moved, I saw this, or whatever it may be, or they get to submit written questions to ask those questions. They'll take that information and then kind of create a full-throated lawsuit where they'll make stronger accusations based on the evidence they've found. If you've seen something, you've heard something, any kind of paper trail, that all works for them.
So again, what's the difference between a legal petition and a lawsuit?
So we all probably know lawsuits. You did something wrong to me, I want money from it, especially if it's a civil lawsuit. A petition is kind of like the precursor to a lawsuit. In this specific type of petition, both in Texas and New York, Drake is saying, give my attorneys the power to subpoena. As an attorney, I have the ability to go to a court and say, you know what, this person did something wrong. Let me use my subpoena power to force them into court, to ask them questions, and if they choose not to, then there could be contempt of court, whether it be civil or criminal liability, and that's what Drake wants. Give me that subpoena power so I can go get the information that I want.
So this is what I'm curious about. If, let's just play if Drake is right and there were some sort of bots or pay-to-play scheme that's at play here, is that illegal? Does that become a case?
So don't forget, UMG is the parent company to both Drake and Kendrick Lamar's recording kind of contracts, and also their recording labels. And so if UMG, the parent company, is creating a scheme where they're benefiting one person to harm the other, that could be a damages in terms of loss of wages, loss of reputation, loss of future wages, and I'm gonna bet probably my last dollar that there's something in Drake's contract that says you can't pit one person against the other. This might be a plan for Drake to simply break out of his contract, get out of it, and take his money and his business elsewhere.
Does he have to prove does he have to prove that it harms him, or because could UMG just be trying to promote Lamar?
Well, let's think about it this way. If ABC wanted to promote Darian Sutton, not Brian Buckmeyer, I think it might be an argument to say, you know what, we're both the same team. Why would you harm one over the other just because? I get it. We love Darian. He's dreamy. I've seen his headshots.
He's dreamy.
I get it. But Brian wants some love too, all right? So that's kind of how that legal action works.
That's a good way to break it down,
That's a really good way to break it down. Brian Buckmeyer, we always enjoy having you on. Thank you so much.
Dreamy Dr. Sutton.
Yes. Dr. Dreamy, the new Dr. Dreamy.